To shed more light on the issue, we are very much delighted to be joined over the phone by Ambassador Souad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister and former member of the CMESA, the Committee of Elders. Good afternoon to you, Ambassador Shalaby.
Good afternoon.
How do you see the timing of the trip by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to Africa?
This is an excellent timing because now Egypt is attracting a lot of investors and also sending more investment to African countries and different locations that have not been touched by Egyptian investors before. So this is like an open market in the Southern African region. The three countries are now at the highest level of bilateral relations. So this, I think, is a quantum leap in the level of relations between the three countries that the President Sisi have visited in the Southern African region.
Yes. Ambassador Shalaby, from your point of view, why these countries of South Africa in specific were chosen for the trip by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi?
First, these three countries have historical ties with Egypt since 1970s and before that, when they were fighting colonialism, and Egypt was helping Egypt was supporting these national struggle. So the historical ties plus the relations with the SADC region, because these three countries are members of the SADC region. So the SADC economic region is very important and is maybe the wealthiest in all the African countries. Also, the two presidents, the Angolan and the Mozambican, have visited Egypt before, and President Sisi have promised to pay back the visits, but because of COVID, it was postponed. So the three countries are very friendly, very rich with natural resources, and excellent for investment because of their relations with Egypt and their opening the doors for Egyptian investors.
Indeed. Actually, Ambassador, how is Cairo placing an importance on the strengthening of political, economic and security ties with the Southern African states?
Well, as I said, this is like an open market for Egyptian investors, and of course, since Egypt has succeeded in investing in mega projects like the one in Tanzania,
yes,
it's also offering to invest in mega projects in the southern region. And when I was ambassador in Mozambique for 4 years, we were also offering to build airports and to do maritime transport with Mozambique and with Angola, since they are very rich in marine technology, and also to offer infrastructure, investment in infrastructure, because these countries are in great need of Egyptian technology and Egyptian know-how. So Egypt is a very important country in the north for the southern countries in the south.
Indeed. How can the strong intra-African ties assist in solving the African issues like the issue of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, as well as the conflict in Sudan, Ambassador Shalaby?
Well, this is one of the things, one of the issues that were discussed between the leaders, and Egypt has specifically explained its position in the crisis of the Nile, and also in offering the humanitarian aid to Sudan, and in receiving a big number, maybe reaching 200,000 of refugees from Sudan. So these issues were discussed with the leaders in order to clarify the position of Egypt and to boost the relation, bilateral and multilateral relations, and also to provide a solution for the problems in the crisis of the dam, and also in the crisis of Sudan and Libya, because Egypt wants to continue to have good relations with Ethiopia, and is also wanting so much to have a legal solution, and that is why it is discussing this problem with the leaders of the Southern African countries, so that there is a majority of leaders who are supporting the Egyptian position. And of course, the crisis of Sudan is having Egypt is asking all the leaders of the world to support to support Sudan in order to stop the fighting, and also to have a quick ceasefire, so that the humanitarian aid can reach those who are suffering, whether they are women or children.
Indeed. Ambassador, also during his speech before the COMESA meetings in Zambia, President Sisi urged more regional integration. How do you see that, and what's the importance of more integration among the different African states, especially the COMESA member states?
The COMESA is mainly for facilitating movement of trade and people, and that is what Egypt was doing during the past 2 years when it was president of COMESA. So it was opening the doors for more manufactured goods, and it improved the business environment. It also focused on navigation routes, and so that there is facilitation of movement of goods and manufactured goods, and also it placed a strategy for industrial integration strategy, which is starting from 2017 to 2026. This is what Egypt was focused on. The slogan of "Made in COMESA," that all the manufactured goods that COMESA countries are producing are traded between the countries members of COMESA, and also exported out of COMESA to other countries in the world. So the stepping up of the manufacturing goods, the comparative advantage in trade and in manufacturing goods, was the focus of Egypt during the past 2 years. And this is a success that Egypt has done, because also the exemption of customs and trade policies that have been put in place have helped in order to increase the quantity of goods exported to other countries that are made in COMESA countries.
Indeed, Ambassador Souad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you so much for your very special and important input, Ambassador Shalaby. And indeed, our dear viewers, that was a coverage for the visit by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to Africa, where he visited Angola, Zambia, and Mozambique. And moving on to the shelling and the gunfire, which resumed Sunday in the Sudanese capital, Khartoum, at the end of a 24-hour ceasefire that had given civilians rare respite from nearly 2 months.